Hello, everyone. July 1st, time for the jump challenge. You all that have been with me before on these challenges know that I need to check to make sure you can see me and hear me before we get started. So let me go to the live. And there we are. There we are. You can see me and hear me. Excellent. Excellent. I'm just typing in the chat here to get that going. If you're here on the live, chime in on the chat. Tell me where you're from. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I come on at 11:55 for the challenges, and this month, July 1 through 31, which is 31 days, we're going to be doing a jump challenge. We're going to be doing a jump challenge. We're going to be starting out super easy, and there's going to be a lot of information, and we're going to learn a lot together. And I have some housekeeping and lots of things to share with you before we get started. Hey, Dolores, thank you. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for chiming in. Deborah's in the house. All right. Very good. Brenda, hi. So I use my laptop as a monitor so I can watch the chat. Regarding housekeeping rules, listen, we're live on Facebook. Anything can happen. I am here in my home studio. This is a golf cart garage in Florida. It's almost 100 degrees. Yeah, but I'm used to it. And internet, Wi-Fi. You know, you never know what can happen. So if we get disconnected, I'll always try to get back on to the live. All right? So if we do get disconnected, if my Wi-Fi goes out or something happens on my end, then I will try to come back on. So just wanted to kind of let you know that, because that's kind of out of my control, what happens in the universe. Sharia, hey there. Dolores, great. Glad to have you here. From Leesburg, Florida. Yeah, so you've got the heat too. Well, pretty much a lot of people are in the heat. And one thing I want to mention about that, this time of year, we have to be super careful of our intensity levels and how we're working out, listening to our bodies, making sure we're hydrated. Margaret, I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you here, Margaret. So hydration is super important, and you'll always see me in here with my water. Actually, this is my second round. I already drank one full mugs like this today, and I'm already halfway through my second round. I drink a lot of water in the summer because I'm in this heat. So that's housekeeping. I always come on at 11:55 a.m. We get started at high noon. The YouTube channel, the K Factor Coaching on YouTube, I'm going to be downloading these videos and uploading them to YouTube. So I will probably do that this afternoon for today's. But you can also do the replay right here on my Kim Knapp page here on Facebook. Those videos usually stay up for 30 days on the page, and I have them labeled day 1, day 2, day 3, so you can find the day that you want to do the replay with. But I am going to also have them up on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we are on Facebook Live right now, And these videos are for Facebook Live. So the YouTube is just going to be for replays for people that want to follow along that are not on Facebook. All right, so we went over that. Now, listen, what's super exciting? We did a push-up challenge, right? We did a plank challenge. We did a balance challenge. We did a get up from the floor challenge. July, we're going to do the jump challenge. We're starting at the basic. Hey, Terry. Terry's here from Colorado. Good to see you, Terry. We're starting with the basics, y'all. Just like we did when we did our push-ups, when we did our balance work, when we did our get up off the floor. We're all starting on the same level. We're all starting on the same level. And it's really, really important that we do that because you're going to start at the beginning. You're going to have a basics of review. And it's all up from there. It's all up from there. And there will be another challenge in October. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we will be doing another challenge in October. So welcome to day one. I'm glad you're here. If you're here, comment so I know you're here. Peggy's in the house. All right, Peggy, great to see you. Listen, this isn't about being a better jumper. And as I posted yesterday, it's not about jumping for an hour and jumping up and down off of big blocks and all that stuff. That's not what we're here for. It's about becoming stronger for life. And women over 50, our bodies naturally change, right? We know that. We know that. We lose bone density. That's why our doctors send us for a DEXA scan, a bone density scan. It's important to know your bone density. Our muscle mass, our balance and power, we begin to lose those things as we age. So the good news is, you want the good news? Yeah, the good news is that our bodies are amazingly adaptable. It's never too late to start. And when we give our bodies the right challenge, it's going to respond. But you've got to give it what it needs, right? Our bones are living tissue. Think about that. Your bones are living tissue. Inside your bones are what are cells called osteoblasts. Those are the cells inside your bone. So think of them as your bone builders, right? Osteoclasts are our bone builders. And they respond to weight bearing. And those of you that work out and are doing Body for Life just like I am, 525 workouts, I use dumbbells 4 days a week. I've been doing it for 15 years. And what that does is, it is adding weight bearing to my bones. And impact activities, right, are building and strengthening bone. So when you lift weights, think about that. You're improving your bones. And without regular stimulation, without consistency, that's why I always say, show up even if you don't feel like it. Show up and put in the work. It's not going to be 100% every day, but just show up. Every little bit counts. Without regular stimulation, those osteoblasts, those cells in your bone become less active, right? And you've heard me say this before. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. We know that. So that's one reason bone density declines as we age, is because you're not applying those stress factors to it. So throughout this month, we're going to progress gradually. And we're not going to start out jumping today. We're not going to be jumping for a little bit. We're not going to be jumping for a while. We're going to earn our jumps one small step at a time. So this week we're going to just begin very simple, very simple. So if you have a chair handy, you might need a chair. We're going to be doing heel drops to introduce a gentle, soft impact. heel drops, and I'll be demonstrating that. We're also, not today, but probably starting tomorrow, we're going to habit stack. By habit stacking is I'm going to go to a movement from a previous challenge, so it might be a plank we do, we might do a wall sit, we might get up and down off the floor, we might do some balance work. So if you've been on any of those previous challenges with me, we're going to be doing a movement, and we're going to stack that one movement on top of the jump challenge. So it's called habit stacking. Also, a reminder, I'm only going to be live Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday is when I'm going to be live. You're going to get a homework assignment for Saturday and Sunday, and they'll be on your own. So I will be going live Monday through Friday. That's different than the previous challenges, but just what I found is a lot of people are on vacation and doing things in July, and it's just easier to have the weekend where I'm not going live. But I will be back on Monday, so it'll be Monday through Friday, okay? Just wanted to remind you guys of that. So we're going to be habit stacking. So before each day's lesson, you know, when I come on early and I say hi and we're waiting for everybody to get here, if you come on early with me at 11:55, we're going to habit stack and do a movement together before we start at high noon. And the thing is, even if jumping isn't for you, you can do another movement, and I'll hold you accountable, and we'll do it together. And you can post it here on the team page, on the page, right? So we all know. So the challenge is much more than just building strong bones. It's about improving balance, improving our muscle, increasing our confidence, reducing the risk of falls, and maintaining our independence as we age. So also, let's prove to yourself you can learn something new. Hey, listen, when I told some people that I was going to be doing a jump challenge, they're like, oh, Kim, you're not going to have anybody want to do that. And I was thinking back on when I first started my transformation. I didn't jump. Jumping was that was the farthest thing from my mind. No, I'm not jumping. And I'll never forget when I did my first jumping jacks. I thought my insides were going to fall out. Yeah, I remember that day. But you know what? I kept trying. I kept trying. And the more that I became closer to my goal with my body fat, losing some of my fat, getting rid of some of my excess baggage I was carrying around, jumping became a little easier. And it became my goal. By golly, I'm going to jump. When I hit my goal, I bet I'll be able to jump. Sure enough. And I just kept up with it. And I'm thinking, you know what? If I never tried, I never knew I could do it. And now I jump rope. I do jumping jacks. I jump rope. It's great. But I got there just by showing up a little bit, and I just kept trying and kept trying and kept trying. I stuck to my plan. I kept lifting my weights. I followed my plan, and eventually I got there. So prove to yourself you're capable of learning something new. And it's not just to coach you through 31 days of movement. I want you to understand your body so that you can make informed decisions to support your health for years to come. So make yourself a promise. You're going to show up for this 31-day challenge. You're going to learn something new. You're going to move your body. And you know what? We're going to repeat it tomorrow. We're going to repeat it tomorrow. Now, let me address, before we move on, I need to talk to those of you that messaged me. Hey, Julie's here, Mandy's here. All right, Betsy's here. Jenny's here from Colorado. Clarette's here. All right, let me click on your names here. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. I think it's really important that if you have any kind of issues, neck issues, back issues, knee replacement, hip replacement, ankle issues, toe issues, you broke your toe, you have a sprained ankle. All right, y'all, things happen, right? We have little bumps in the road on our journey. If you're in that category, or you had a doctor tell you, I don't want you jumping up and down, then you don't jump up and down, right? You have to do you. Don't compare yourself to others. This challenge is going to give you other things to do, and I'm going to teach you some other things. So if jumping up and down is off your, because due to a doctor telling you you cannot jump up and down, then do not jump up and down, right? Everybody knows what they're capable of doing and following direction. Now listen, if you have not talked to your doctor about this, call the doctor's office and tell them, hey, can I jump up and down? Or is it okay if I try this or whatever? You know what I mean? You need to have that conversation with your doctor. But my goal is to help you to focus on what you can do. What can you do? Don't focus on what you can't do. Focus on what you can do. So before we begin, I want to speak to those of you. So maybe you have arthritis. You have pain in your knees. Maybe you had knee replacement surgery, back pain. Your balance is way off. You have vertigo. Just be grateful that you can show up and participate, and we'll find what you can do. Because do you know any kind of program where it's your health and fitness? Anytime you show up, that's the victory, because you showed up. Just showing up. Do you know the hardest rep is just stepping your foot across the threshold in the gym to get in there? That's like the hardest part. We all know that. So here, you can come and we will get you lined up with something that you'll be able to do every day consistently. So the goal is not for everybody to jump up and down. The goal is for everybody to become stronger than they were yesterday. So I want to encourage you, and I want to tell you that if you cannot jump up and down, I'm going to teach you all the first movement for those of you that are not going to be able to do heel drops because your doctor told you cannot do heel drops, or for whatever reason, you're not going to be able to do a heel drop. And let me just show you. A heel drop is where you come up on the balls of your feet and you drop down. And you feel the pressure of your body weight go all the way up your spine to the tip of your head. This isn't like calf raises we do for lower body where we come down nice and slow. Calf raises, nice and slow. You know, we do those on leg day. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we are coming up on the balls of our feet and we are dropping down. Up, drop. Those are heel drops. And maybe if you've had back surgery, neck surgery, arthritis, your knees are in, maybe you can't do heel drops. But let me ask you a question. Everyday life, don't we step off a curb? Everyday life, we step off a curb. Have you ever stepped off something and not go up to a step and not know it's there and step down hard? You know how that feels? Same thing. That's what we're doing. We're applying that pressure. So if you can't do that, here's what I want you to do. So for all of those that reached out to me to tell me that they can't jump, have you tried heel drops? Lupe, hugs, Lupe. Hi, my friend. Glad you're here. Hey, Ann, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So here's the thing. If you cannot do a heel drop, no worries. Because what I want you to do, and I'm going to talk a lot about heel drops today, but what you can do is sit in a chair, and you're going to raise your heels and control drop. Raise your heels and control drop. Now, this is not going to have the same effect because you're sitting down. So the energy isn't going to be going up to the tip of your head, up to the top of your neck, right? It's not going to because you're seated. But you can still do this. Raise and control down, raise and control down, if you cannot do the heel drops. If you want to try the heel drops, just call your doctor's office and say, hey, I'm in this challenge, can I try heel drops? Is that going, how is that going to affect me? So you do your due diligence and and where you can start at. But I just want to encourage you, that's something that you need to have a discussion with your doctor about. So if you're starting here today, I just want you to know that you are welcome. There is something for you to do here. And we're just going to get stronger together. Because once you learn about your body and what you can do, it's all up from there, right? It's all up from there. So one thing you'll notice, I'm barefoot. I'm always barefoot when I'm in here unless I'm lifting dumbbells or doing cardio or something like that. But whenever I'm doing any ab and core work, balance work, planking, anything like that, I'm usually in here barefoot. I like to do my heel drops barefoot because if you do them in a shoe, you've got that cushion, right? So you've got a cushion if you're in a running shoe or a tennis shoe. And you're not going to feel, it's good to feel the ground and be grounded. Right? It's good to feel the ground and be grounded. And listen, I want to remind you all, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. And remember, you can message me also on Messenger if you want to. The heel drop is a weight-bearing exercise, okay? And so when we're up on the ball of our foot and we come down, our whole body weight, that energy is boom, coming down, right? Heel drops are considered a weight-bearing activity because the skeleton supports the body weight against gravity. And the weight-bearing exercises are one of the most effective strategies for maintaining healthy bones. Doing heel drops and jumping up and down is better than taking a pill, right? And that's why we need to do it every day. We need to do heel drops every day. If you're at the grocery store, stack the habit. Hold on to your grocery cart, your little buggy, and you're in line like this. I used to do that. I don't do it anymore because I'm doing it in the gym, but when I would do my heel drops, sometimes I do it out while I'm grocery shopping. Right? You feel that going all the way up to the tip of your head just about. Research, and you can look this up. There is research that proves that jumping up and down, heel drops, the weight bearing of your body helps to slow age-related bone loss, particularly in postmenopausal women. And when you have declining estrogen levels, that affects our bones. That affects our bones. Heel drops, which is what we're going to be doing this week. Heel drops is a safe alternative to jumping, right? And that's why we're kind of starting at the beginning here. If you have arthritis in your knees, you have hip arthritis, you have any balance concerns, any limited mobility, heel drops are a beginner exercise, and you can do heel drops, and you're going to get a great result. It's a low-impact option for you. And you're still exposing your bones to beneficial loading, So here's the thing. That's why I wanted some of you that were really concerned about jumping up and down, you don't have to. You can just do the heel drop. You're going to get a benefit from that. But you got to keep doing it. You don't just do it today and then not do it. Or you don't just do it for 31 days in July and then not do it. You got to continue on. Put it in your journal, heel drop. Brush my teeth, heel drops while I brush my teeth. Right? Heel drops during commercials, heel drops while I'm at the grocery store holding my grocery cart, buggy, whatever you call it, right? Heel drops, holding the buggy. Okay. The impact from heel drops travels through common areas, right, affected by osteoporosis. Our ankles, the tibia, which is your shin bone, your tibia, your femur, which is your thigh bone, your hips, and your lumbar spine. All of those things are affected by osteoporosis. And these are areas where maintaining our bone strength is important as we age. Also, heel drops improve balance because remember the balance challenge, and we were standing on one leg and doing all these different movements. Well, when you're doing the heel drops, going up and down like this, right, that takes balance. That takes balance. You're working on your balance as you're doing those heel drops. It's strengthening your stabilizer muscles, your ankles, your lower legs. And as you know, as I taught you on the balance challenge, strong ab and core and having a really solid balance is going to reduce your fall risk, which is one of the most important factors in preventing fractures, right? Hey, and when you fall down, if you have fragile bones, you're going to break something. We want strong bones over 50. Heel drops activate your legs, your lower legs, your calf muscles, your Achilles tendon, your foot muscles, your ankles. And when you're sitting in the chair and you're doing your calf raise and control lower because you can't, you're limited with the heel drops and you're sitting in the chair doing it, you're activating your calf muscles, your ankles, your toes, right? Strong muscles help support and protect the bones that they are attached to. Number 8, heel drops is going to improve our circulation. Because when we repeatedly contract our calf muscle, that's our second heart. You know that. I talked to you all about that before. The second heart is in your calf muscle. And when you come up on the ball of your foot and you're engaging that calf muscle, you feel it, you come down. That's pumping and improving circulation in your legs, pumping the blood back up toward the heart. The other thing that I love about heel drops, you can do it anywhere. Grocery store, in your kitchen, in your bathroom while you're brushing your teeth, whatever. Wherever. The gym is wherever you are. All right? You can do it No, you don't need any equipment. You can do it anywhere. At the office, at home, at your friend's house, anywhere. And number 10, building our confidence. Because let's face it, when you tell somebody that we're doing a jump challenge and we're going to be jumping up and down, impact exercises give people fear. And I don't want you to have that. Let's overcome it. I want to help you overcome the fear of jumping up and down. I had that fear when I first started. And I know what it feels like. I remember what it feels like. And I overcame it. And I'm thinking, wow, and believe me, if I could do it, you can do it too. And I just want to share it. And we're going to do it together. But heel drops provide a gentle introduction to the jumping. So as your confidence and as your strength improves, later down the road, we'll get to the jump. And listen, before you get to the jump, we're going to be marching. We're going to be hopping. We're not just going to start out jumping off a box or some crazy thing like that. No, 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 no. We're going to do heel drops. We're going to do some little marching. We're going to do some little hopping, right? Hey, if somebody gave you $1 million, would you be jumping up and down? Would you be thinking, oh, I don't want to jump. I'm scared to jump. No. Dang, you'd jump up and down, wouldn't you? I would. I'd be like, woo, yes, 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 I want $1 million. Yes, yes, yes. Right? I did. I lose my mic? No, I didn't. So, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Now listen, I want to tell y'all, I'm talking a lot today. I always talk a lot the first couple days just because there's a lot of information I want to teach you all. And I want to give you a preview of what's ahead and what we're doing and why we're here. Because let's face it, whenever you start something and you're learning something new, it's like, why? You need to know the why. You need to understand what's going on in your body and why we're here and why we're doing it. The other thing I like about heel drops is it's a minimal commitment time. Doesn't take long to do 20 heel drops. Does not take long at all. Takes a minute or two. It's super easy. Build it into your daily routine. I want you to stack the habit. And consistency over the months is where you're going to see improvement. Consistency over time. My transformation journey happened way back in December of 2010. And consistency over time got me where I am today because I kept showing up. I've had relapses, I had the issues go on, but I always came back and I maintained. And so consistency certainly is just proven to me over and over again that if I just keep showing up, I can maintain my muscle, my strength, my energy. I just got to keep showing up. So the minimal time commitment of doing this every day, it does not take long. And you can do it while you're doing something else. And heel drops complements our strength training. It complements our strength training. Listen, it's not a replacement for lifting and lowering your dumbbells. You still need to show up, upper body 2 days a week, lower body 2 days a week if you're doing the 525 like me. I lift weights 4 days a week. And heel drops is not a replacement for that. And on leg day, I do regular calf raises. Control up, control down. I don't do, when I do my calf raises, I'm controlled up and controlled down. Okay, I don't do heel drops. Control up and control down. So don't do these heel drops on leg day when you're doing calf raises, okay? Because I know some of you are doing the 525. Don't do this when you're doing your leg day. You do your regular leg day. This is something added on. So they're not a replacement for resistance training, heel drops, okay? Bone health improves most when impact exercises are combined with progressive strength training, getting your protein in, protein, making sure you're hitting your nutrition, your vitamin D, your calcium, and overall healthy nutrition, right? Overall healthy nutrition. So, as I said, heel drops are not appropriate for everyone. So those of you, I've given you a lot of information here. So those of you know who you are, that maybe you should call your doctor or have a conversation with the nurse and find out if you can do heel drops if you have any contraindications to it. Virginia, hi. Glad you're here. All right. I have a lot of notes here. Virginia, I'm trying to say hi and I can't click the like. Up, up, up. There we go. Hang on. There we go. All right, I got you. I got you, Virginia. So, and if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, or any other medical condition, again, I cannot stress it enough, you need to check with your healthcare provider before you start. So, here we go. Here we go. We're going to do our heel drops. Now, today we're just going to do 5 because we're just starting out. So, today we're going to do 5 heel drops. 5 heel drops. So, here's what you can do. First of all, some of you may want to use the chair if you cannot do a heel drop. All right? Use the chair and raise your calf up and come down controlled. If you're worried about balance, hold on to the chair, right? Feet, get comfortable. You know, your feet can be hip width apart. You don't have to stand like this. So get kind of comfortable in your ready stance. So if somebody was going to come push you over, you're stable. Hold on to the chair or rest your hands on the chair. Come up. You're squeezing. Squeeze those glutes. Drop down. Feel it? All right. You can hold on to the wall like this. Come up. Squeeze. Drop down. You feel your body weight. I feel it all the way up here, all the way up. So you can hold on to something if you need to. Hold on to the kitchen counter. Hold on to the buggy at the grocery store. All right? So let's do number 3. Up, down. Number 4, down. Number 5, boom. Good job. Good job. And that's it in a nutshell, y'all. You just did 5 heel drops. 5 heel drops. Now, how'd everybody do? Did you feel it? Did you feel it? Good job, Betsy. Good job. So we're going to be doing, now there's a lot of information that I'm going to be sharing with you throughout this month. And like I said, we're starting out just nice and easy, really easy, because I'm sure a lot of you can jump. You can jump up and down. But we're not starting there. I teach back to basics. One thing I learned from my coach, Bill Phillips, he always brought us, one thing I just remember very vividly, is he always brought us back to center and back to our basic. And paying attention and moving with intention and being slow and just really focusing. And whenever you're learning something new and you think you know what you're doing and you think it's, oh, I can jump up and down, whatever, I'm just going to jump up and down. It's better to come back to the basics and just start simple, because you know what? Simple is good. Boring is good. Doing the same thing every day is good for our bones. So we want to do that. Okay, Joanne, can you do heel drops? Can you do the heel drops? You're welcome, Brenda. You're welcome, Betsy. You don't have to jump. Heel drops. Heel drops work. That's what I'm explaining to y'all. You don't have to jump up. You can do heel drops the whole month of July. You can do heel drops the whole month of July. What I'm instilling is consistency with that to build those, to put the stressors on the bones. That's what we're doing when we come down, right? And you could do heel drops. That's fantastic. That's great, Joanne. That's great. That's perfect. Just do heel drops. So that's where we're at. I will be, it's 12:35. These sessions will get a lot shorter as we move through this, but there's a lot of information in the beginning just because I think it's good for you to learn about the why, how your body's affected, the impact on your bones, and how important it is for women over 50 to have strong bones. And it's our job is to give our body what it needs. And our bodies over the age of 50, we need to put some stressors on those bones to get them strong so that if we do have an issue, we don't break a bone. We want those bones strong. So, if anybody has questions about today, please reach out to me. And I will see you all right back here tomorrow at 11:55 a.m. We'll start at high noon for day number 2 of the 31-day July Jump Challenge, right? Be a lot of jumping on eventually, but not right now. But if you remember when you were a little kid, you jumped up and down a lot. We jump roped. We played hopscotch. And as we age, I don't know, we forget about it all. Oh, that's for the young kids. Hey, it's in us. It's still in us, and you can still do it. You just haven't tapped into it yet. You just don't know it's still in there. It's still in there. So we're gonna get it out. We're gonna get it out. You're welcome, Dolores. You're welcome, Ann. Hey, Jenny. You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad to see you all here. So I will be right back here tomorrow, 11:55 a.m., start at high noon. I'm Kim Knapp, your coach here at the K Factor, where fitness and health for life, where I help you get what you want. And this month, it's strong bones. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Bye.